"We didn't order for you," my dad said, sliding a bread basket across the table. My brother was carving into a $400 steak, his wife smirking like she'd won a bet. "Be grateful you're even invited," she said. I stayed quiet, chewed the bread, and waited. When the waiter brought the $3,184 bill, I stood, pushed it toward my dad, and said, "Send it to the ones who ate." Then I walked out. "Hey, I'm Lauren Harper, 35, female, and for 17 years, I was my family's personal checking account. Grab some popcorn, this is long and messy. I'm a territory manager for pharmaceutical sales in the Midwest. The job pays stupidly well, $95,000 base salary, plus $40,000 to $50,000 in commissions and bonuses in a good year. I drive a paid-off Honda Accord, live in a modest two-bedroom apartment in Minneapolis, and buy furniture from estate sales. My coworkers call me frugal. My family assumes I'm broke. I never corrected them. My brother, Ethan Harper, 30, is the golden child, the family's pride and joy. He runs a digital marketing agency, him and two freelancers overcharging local businesses for basic Instagram ads. He's got a leased Audi, an office in a trendy downtown spot, and wears watches that scream, "I'm compensating." Ethan married Sophia 4 years ago. She's a former sorority president turned lifestyle influencer with 8,000 Instagram followers, posting about manifestation while contributing nothing but vibes. My mom, Patricia, treats her like royalty. They live in a renovated brownstone in Linden Hills, $3,200 monthly mortgage, heated floors, chef's kitchen. I know because I covered that mortgage twice when Ethan's business had cash flow issues. It started when I was 11. Ethan was 6, and my parents rented out a trampoline park for his birthday, Spider-Man mascot, custom cake, the works. I asked if I could bring my friend, Matt. My mom snapped, "Lauren, don't be selfish. Today's about Ethan." I stayed home. My dad, George, handed me $15 for pizza. I ate alone on the living room floor, listening to voicemails from relatives raving about the party. Nobody asked where I was. That set the pattern. My college fund disappeared when Ethan needed private high school for lacrosse. My graduation party got canceled for his playoff game. When I bought my first car, a used Civic I paid for with warehouse job savings, Dad got mad. Said I made him look like a bad provider. 3 months later, he bought Ethan a used Jeep and bragged he'd saved for years to surprise him. I learned my role, the daughter you don't celebrate, the one you call when you need money. I paid $6,500 for their roof repair, $12,000 for Ethan's wedding venue deposit, $2,800 for Sophia's totaled car, $4,200 for Dad's medical bills. No one thanked me. No one asked how I managed. Dad took credit at church, shaking hands like he was the provider. Ethan posted about hard work on Instagram. Sophia tagged Mom in brunch photos, thanking her for generosity. I was a ghost. My friend David called me out over lunch. "You're a doormat, Lauren. They'll never stop taking." I'd shrug, change the subject, hoping if I gave enough, they'd finally see me. I believed that lie for 17 years. 4 months ago, Mom called, all cheerful. "Your dad's taking us to dinner Saturday at Monarch Prime. Ethan and Sophia have big news." I knew the drill. Dad would play patriarch, order the priciest dishes, then look at me to pay. I considered saying no, but Mom's guilt trip texts and Dad's ungrateful voicemails loomed. Ethan would post some passive-aggressive nonsense about unsupportive people. It was easier to go. I said yes. Monarch Prime was a steakhouse for deal-closing businessmen, reservations only, dress code, entrees starting at $65, steaks hitting $200. I arrived early, sat facing the door, ordered water. My family showed up 15 minutes late. Mom in a new dress, Dad in a suit, Ethan and Sophia looking like a Nordstrom ad. They didn't acknowledge me, just sat down, chatting and laughing. The waiter poured drinks for them, skipping my glass. Dad didn't notice. Menus arrived, leather-bound, gold-lettered. Appetizers $28 to $55, cheapest entree $48 pasta. I planned to order that. Dad leaned back, saying, "Order whatever you want. Tonight's special." I knew he was going big. He ordered a massive ribeye with truffle butter. Mom got scallops with caviar. Ethan and Sophia ordered a porterhouse, filet, lobster appetizer, extra sides. When it was my turn, Dad cut me off. "Lauren doesn't need much. She's saving money." He slid the bread basket toward me. "We didn't order enough for you anyway. This should be plenty." The table went quiet. The waiter froze. Mom stared at her napkin. Ethan smirked. Sophia said, "Be grateful you're even invited," her smile sharp. I chewed the bread, said nothing. They ate their lobster, their steaks, their $3,000 meal, while I sat with empty hands, tallying in my head, $6,500 for the roof, $12,000 for the wedding, $4,200 for Dad's bills. Dessert came, a chocolate monstrosity they devoured. Dad patted his stomach. "We need to do this more often." The waiter brought the bill, $3,184. He set it in front of me. I stood, slid it to Dad, and said to the waiter, "Give it to the people who ate." Mom gasped, "Excuse me?" I said, "Yeah, excuse you," and walked out. Past the bar, the host stand, into the October cold. My hands were steady, my chest light, like I'd exhaled 17 years of weight. In my car, my phone blew up. "Mom, get back here." "Dad, don't humiliate us." "Ethan, you're embarrassing us." "Sophia, pathetic. Pay the bill." I blocked them all, click, click, click. Drove home slowly, past the river, the old neighborhoods. No rush. No one waiting. At home, I opened my banking app. Canceled Dad's $385 yacht club membership, Ethan's $850 business loan payment, Mom's $175 spa membership, their $625 Scottsdale timeshare. Removed them as authorized users on my credit cards. Disputed 6 unauthorized charges, Sophia at Saks, $800, Ethan at a golf shop, $600, Mom at Nordstrom, $400, Dad at a car detailer, $300, Ethan's business, marketing expenses, $300. Total, $2,400. The bank reversed them. I canceled the timeshare outright, got my deposit back. Called Ethan's bank, removed myself from his loan responsibility. By Sunday night, I'd saved $3,900 a month. I emailed my extended family, "I'm dealing with a personal matter and need space. Don't contact me on behalf of my parents or Ethan." Sent it to 22 people, then filtered their emails to a folder I'd never check. I called David. He laughed. "Holy hell, Lauren, you did it." I felt free. Tuesday, they showed up at my building. Dad was yelling at Stan, the manager, about a family emergency. Mom faked worry. Ethan's jaw was tight. Sophia looked annoyed. I walked up. "I don't want them here." Dad's face reddened. "You left us with a $3,000 bill." I said, "I don't owe you anything." Mom cried, "How can you do this?" I snapped, "You handed me bread while they ate $400 steaks. I've paid for your lives for 17 years. The wallet's closed." I told Stan to make them leave. Walked out, didn't look back. That night, I built a spreadsheet. Over 17 years, I'd given them $284,000, roof repairs, wedding deposits, medical bills, timeshares, loans. A house. A retirement. I saved it all, receipts, invoices, bank statements. The harassment started. My car was keyed, jerk scratched into the door. I filed a police report. 3 days later, 2 tires were slashed. I installed a $400 dash cam. Then red paint hit my apartment door, "Traitor" scrawled across it. Another police report. A fake Facebook profile in my name posted lies about abandoning my sick mother and stealing from Ethan's business. Friends texted, confused. I reported it, Facebook removed it. Someone filed a false complaint with my employer, claiming I'd mishandled a client's account. My boss believed me after I showed the police reports. Then Ethan showed up at my office, looking rough, demanding to talk. "You're destroying this family," he said. I recorded him. "You did this. Leave." He left. Mom called from an unknown number, crying. "We're losing the house." I said, "Then you'll lose the house. I'm not your bank." I hung up, blocked her. David urged me to lawyer up. I hired Julia, a family law attorney. I showed her the $284,000 spreadsheet, police reports, everything. She said, "This is clear-cut harassment. A restraining order will make things worse before it gets better." Ready? I was. We filed against all 4. The petitions detailed the dinner, the vandalism, the fake profile, Ethan's office visit, $2,400 in fraudulent charges. The court date was set for 3 weeks out. It got worse. Someone spray-painted, "Lauren Harper is a thief," on my building. Security footage showed a dark SUV, Ethan's Audi Q7, with obscured plates. Sophia posted the vandalism on her Instagram story, "When karma comes for people who abandon family." I screenshot it. Julia grinned. "They're making this too easy." Someone filed a false HOA report claiming I ran an illegal business. I defended myself at a hearing. A dead rat appeared on my doormat. Another police report. At the hearing, Julia buried them. She presented the $284,000 spreadsheet, Monarch Prime's $3,184 bill, security footage, Sophia's Instagram post, my video of Ethan, police reports, disputed charges. Their lawyer, Preston Ward, claimed I was vindictive, that the vandalism was unproven. The judge, a no-nonsense woman in her 60s, wasn't having it. Dad tried a speech about raising me. She cut him off, asked if he'd handed me bread while they ate steaks. He stammered. She asked if I'd paid the bill. He admitted I hadn't. She granted the restraining order, no contact, 500 feet from my home, work, or car for 2 years. They'd also pay restitution for damages, amount TBD. Mom cried. Dad fumed. Ethan glared. Sophia stared at the floor. For the restitution hearing, Julia hired a forensic accountant, Tom. He calculated $20,750, car repairs, $3,000, building cleanup, $4,500, door replacement, $1,200, carpet cleaning, $800, dash cam, $400, security upgrades, $1,500, lost wages, $2,000, legal fees, $7,350. We added $5,690 for fraudulent charges and sought $5,560 in punitive damages, totaling $32,000. Their lawyer called it inflated. Tom presented receipts, police reports, timelines. I testified about the harassment's toll. Ethan claimed I was jealous, denied vandalism. Julia showed his SUV footage. He froze, said he'd lent it to a friend he couldn't name. The judge awarded $24,000, split evenly, $6,000 each, due in 90 days, or face wage garnishment. Dad protested. The gavel fell. 3 months later, I got a $24,000 check. I donated half to a financial literacy nonprofit for young women, used some of the rest for a 2-month trip to Japan, a dream since college. In Tokyo, the rain was soft, the air clean. I visited temples, ramen shops, Kyoto's river, Mount Inari at sunrise. Under a cherry tree, I found peace. I extended my stay to 3 months, rented an apartment outside Osaka, freelanced remotely. No buzzing phone, no guilt. Just me. I sent Julia a postcard, thank you for helping me start over. She replied, you did that yourself. She was right. I'd built my peace from their entitlements' ruins. I think I'll stay here a while. Maybe forever.